welcome back to my channel. Kicking off a very random couple of days in my life here in DC vlog. I really haven't thought through what I want to include, what days I want to film, but it is currently Tuesday afternoon. I took a half day at work today because I am traveling to Dallas the rest of the week for work, so I just needed an afternoon to kind of get my life together, get organized. I feel like I hadn't done a deep clean of the apartment since I moved in, just because there's still boxes and I don't feel settled enough that I felt the need to clean, but obviously things just got dusty and needed to be vacuumed. So I came home, took care of that, got some smaller like random things done, and am now kind of going through my to-do list for the day. I got an email that my dining table was delivered this morning, but it wasn't in the lobby, it wasn't outside the building. I feel like there weren't any new packages in my lobby, so I feel like UPS didn't actually come yet today, and I'm hoping that they show up before the end of the day, just because ideally I would get that in the space before leaving tomorrow morning, especially because I think it's gonna rain a decent amount. Actually, I think it's just supposed to rain today, so hopefully that stays true if it doesn't arrive today. I think the next thing on the agenda for me though is running a couple of errands. I ordered a bunch of stuff for Black Friday from Banana Republic and Abercrombie, but I ordered double sizes in a lot just because I wasn't 100% sure which I'd fit into, especially with styles of clothing that I don't typically gravitate towards. And I just have a huge stack of returns in my bedroom that I would love to knock out before being out of town. So I think I'm gonna go knock those out quickly. One, because it's a little bit on the earlier side still, so hopefully I can avoid traffic. And then two, maybe when I return, UPS will have come, which would just be such an ideal situation. Also, apologies, I feel like I'm looking in the viewfinder more than the camera. I have an upcoming hair appointment in, I think 3 weeks from when I'm filming, probably 2 weeks from when you guys are seeing this, and I think it's time that I go back to my like full root color. This is something I've been wanting to do for honestly probably a year and a half, and have just been too scared to do because I haven't seen my natural hair color on me since I was a sophomore in college, I think. And I've been thinking about this concept a lot in terms of your natural beauty in hair color and filler and Botox, and I feel like a majority of the time, not that anybody's asking my opinion or my opinion even holds any value when it pertains to anybody other than myself, I just feel like majority of the time people look their prettiest, in my opinion, before any work was done, any like drastic hair color change. And you know, there's always exceptions, and again, who am I to tell you what to do? But the last time I got my hair done, we actually darkened up my roots quite a bit and then just kind of retoned the front pieces. And I was thinking of doing the same thing again at the end of this month, but I feel like I might just pull the trigger and like see if I like it dark. Like, what is the worst case that happens? I absolutely hate it and I try to wash it out, or I just let it sit. I really, really want my hair to get back to the length it was when I was like a senior in college. My hair was so long and so much thicker than it is now. And I feel like it is getting significantly longer. I feel like it looks healthier, it looks a little bit fuller, and obviously stopping bleaching that would really help. I just feel like more often than not when I look in photos, or if my hair isn't styled perfectly, I just don't like the way the tone currently sits on my face. Like, I feel like it just kind of washes me out, and I'm wondering if going back to my natural color would solve that, or maybe just an elevated version of my natural color so it has like a few more highlights and lowlights. But food for thought. Will I do it? I don't know. I feel like this is the most certain I've felt in the last year and a half, so I feel like I actually might do it. I'm just scared because I so strongly identify myself with this hair right now, even though I don't even particularly like it, you know what I mean? But anyway, we are rapidly burning daylight, so I have really got to go on these errands, and I'll check in with you guys when I get home. I am so excited to finally be able to have the time to sit down and film this for you guys, but I have been waiting to unbox this advent calendar from Waterdrop for probably a month now. I've worked with Waterdrop a couple of times on my channel now, but in case you're unfamiliar, they created these micro drinks that encourage you to drink more water in a healthy and sustainable way. This is already sold out this year, but a really great idea to bookmark for next year or just keep in the back of your mind. I have exercised every ounce of self-control to not open this before I had the chance to film, but I believe that there are 25 boxes in here filled with their micro drinks, micro teas, and some accessories that are limited edition. Really quickly, I wanted to note that all of the smaller boxes inside of here are made with recycled paper and are encouraged to be recycled, and the larger box could be reused for another gift or storage throughout the year. I'm filming this on December 6th, so we have quite a few boxes that we get to open, starting here with number 1. This first one definitely has a little bit of weight to it. The first box has this little Waterdrop candle in it. It smells really good. I can't exactly identify what scent I'm smelling right now. It says it's a soy candle. It smells very like light and refreshing, maybe a little bit more fruity, but it's definitely a familiar scent. I'm just having trouble identifying in the moment, but I love how sleek and modern this is and feel like this is gonna look really good in my apartment. On to day number 2. This one has one of their micro drinks. This is in the Oro flavor, which I haven't tried yet. Day number 3 is this lid, which I wonder if there's a bottom to it somewhere in the package, but if not, I'm sure it's compatible with all of their other drinkware. Day number 4 is a cleaning straw, it looks like, which is honestly so great. I feel like, ooh, is really nice that it comes with this brush here at the end, because I always really struggle to clean out like the actual insides of my water lids on any water bottle that I own. So I feel like this will actually be super helpful. I'm gonna open up one more on camera. So this is day number 5. And this is a mini pack of the youth micro drink, which this is definitely one of my favorite flavors from their micro drinks. So if you're just starting out or don't know where to start, I feel like this is a really good light refreshing option. So I'm super stoked about this. If you guys are interested in checking out Waterdrop, I will be sure to have my discount code here on the screen and in the description box for 15% off your purchase for 3 weeks from when this video goes live. So be sure to check that out. And thank you again to Waterdrop for partnering with me on my channel. I've been editing my moving vlog for I think close to 6 hours now, but I just finished the export and it's uploading, which feels so good. I'm really glad that that will be just knocked out before I head out of town. Definitely didn't get as much done for my 9 to 5 as I was hoping to tonight, but I am currently downloading a couple of files from our cloud server to my desktop so that I can work on it on the flight tomorrow morning, because I realized I have a solid 3.5 hours tomorrow and I can just knock out everything that I need to then. So I feel like we're in a relatively good place. Also, really exciting update. Let me show you guys. Look at what ended up showing up. I feel like UPS probably just updated the delivery status 12 hours before it actually delivered, but nonetheless, very happy to have it. 1 in the building, 2 in the apartment. It was a little bit more difficult to get up the stairs than I thought it would be, but excited to put this together when I get home. It's been a little bit since I picked up the camera. I got back from Dallas probably a little over a week ago now and just didn't have the capacity to film that I hoped I would, but I wanted to pick back up the camera today and give you guys an apartment update because I realized I never showed you guys the table or any of the chairs that I got, and I'm really happy with the way that it's piecing together. I don't know if you can definitely see behind me. I had friends over last night, so the apartment is currently trashed. So before I give you guys the apartment update, I'm gonna do like a little Sunday reset, clean, organize. It's definitely not terrible in here. A lot of it's just recycles and wiping down countertops and stuff like that. But definitely needs to be reset before the work week starts and just having a clean space, clean mind. So I figured we could do that, and then I'll show you guys the table and any other updates. Before the sun goes down, I wanted to give you guys a quick apartment update. As you can see, everything is significantly cleaner in here than it was this morning. I still need to take out the trash, but just haven't found the willpower to do so yet. But I feel like last time I showed you guys this little entryway, none of this was here. So if you remember that painting, it was in my last apartment. That's the only thing I've been able to commit to hanging up on the walls. And I just like having it by the kitchen, so it seemed to be a natural fit there. And then underneath it, I got this wood cabinet from Goodwood here in DC. It was a really great price, and I feel like it was just so cute. It doesn't, I'm aware it doesn't 100% fit the space here. These trash cans are still something I'm working through. This would never be like the ideal entryway here, but it does make the most sense for right now. And especially with having people over, having a tiny trash can under the sink just isn't super feasible. So for now, this is the setup, but I think it could change at some point as well. Kitchen, I feel like, is relatively the same as last time you guys saw it. I just cleaned it up from this morning, which is nice. And then the biggest change, and probably the most exciting, is the dining setup. I'm taking very heavy inspo from this image that I found on Pinterest, so I'll make sure to leave the original blog post where that image was from linked down below, just to give credit where credit's due. But I wanted to replicate the image that I found pretty closely. So this table is actually from Home Depot. It was a really reasonable price. I think it was $320. It's 66 inches, I believe, and is honestly a very nice, sturdy table. It was pretty easy to put together, shipped really quick, and for the size, didn't break the bank. I didn't want to invest too heavily in a table or chair setup yet, just because I don't know what my next couple of apartments will look like, and I wanted something that my friends could comfortably play games on, whether that's drinking games or board games. I wanted the table to be able to be scratched up without that stressing me out, so I feel like this was a really good solution for that. And then I wanted to have a bunch of mismatched chairs, majority thrifted. So this chair over here was from a thrift store in Alexandria. This one's actually from Target, and I ordered a second one to go in that position over there. And then this one was from Miss Pixie's. All of this stuff was from my previous apartment as well. And I'm really happy with the way that this is turning out. I feel like having the second cloth chair on that side will balance everything out really well. And then I want one more wooden chair there, and then maybe a stool over here, or vice versa, something like that. So it's been really fun for me to find the chairs and kind of piece everything together. And then coming over to the living room, I don't think much has changed over here. I went ahead and put the couch back together. I had this little slip cover on it last night, which I could not recommend more if you have a nice couch or even just a light colored couch. It alleviated so much of my stress about people spilling on the couch, and I think alleviated their stress as well. It was just one less thing to worry about. I think this one was $40 from Amazon. It comes in a bunch of colors and sizes and was so helpful in just making sure nothing damaged the couch. And then I can't remember if this fireplace thing was here when I vlogged last, but I just got this so that Leo wouldn't climb in the chimney. And then over here, really no changes. I have laundry going right now, so I apologize if that's on the louder side. Bathroom is in the same state as last time. I definitely need to find a little bit more functional of a setup here, but for now, this will work. And then same with the bedroom, not much has changed in here. It's super dark at this time of day. And I've just been storing all of my artwork and like ladders and just a bunch of random stuff over here. So I definitely want to get that a little bit more situated this week, but I feel like I've made a lot of progress on the closet as well since the last time you guys saw it. So everything's hung up and organized. I can't remember where I left off on anything. These bins are actually working out pretty well for me. It's definitely not as functional as having a dresser. I just feel like it makes the most sense for this specific setup, and there's honestly not really room for a dresser. Like, I should arguably get rid of this or one of the chairs in my living room because there is a lot of furniture in this space. I just really like everything and I don't want to part ways with anything just yet. So that's the update. I feel like it's starting to look really good in here and I'm excited to get some artwork up on the walls. I'm thinking of replicating the gallery wall in my last apartment, but kind of having it go from this corner down to this corner on a diagonal. So I think this week I want to try to Photoshop and like mock that up before putting any holes in the wall, but that is the current apartment status as of late. I know this vlog is a little bit on the shorter side, but I want to go ahead and wrap it up here just because I feel like the footage from the beginning of the video is honestly getting outdated, so I'd rather just wrap it up and start a new vlog. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any video requests, anything like apartment related, DC related, be sure to leave those down below. I am really hoping, I feel like I say this a lot, but I am hoping to get on a better schedule with YouTube and just be a little bit more consistent, which I feel like I have been the past like month or so. So hopefully that carries through to the new year. But I wanted to wrap up the video and say thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.